I'm HondaPro Jason. I'm here at Import Alliance Atlanta for their 2015 massive event. This is one of the biggest car events of the whole year, and I'm going to walk you through most of the event, walk you guys through the vendors, and see what kind of cool stuff we can find out. So first, this is the first Civic we see. Check this thing out. Come all the way around. Check this baby out. It is insanely cool. What's great about this event is the whole parking lot is basically the show. You go to a lot of shows, there's like spectator parking and regular parking, not an Import Alliance. The whole thing is the show. Let's take a walk down here. Let's see what else we can find here. I mean, there's Civics, Accords. I mean, it's an import show, so there's not just Hondas as you guys are gonna see, but there are some insanely cool cars, and people travel from all over the United States. I came from Chicago to Atlanta. I met people from Florida. I met a guy that drove down from Canada. Wait till you see his car, it's epic. So check this out. So we have Accords, and of course, like I said, we have some Nissans. EP3 over here, a beautiful little white one. A Civic hatch right next to it. Get the Civic hatch real quick. EM1. So there, I mean, you can see pretty much anything you've ever wanted to see at the show and more. There's NSXs, I'll show you in a little bit. This is actually our second day. The first day I walked around and checked everything out, and today we're gonna do a full feature film. So let's continue, let's go into the inside where some of the nicer cars are actually hidden. Now we're inside what's called the vendors booth, and there's two vendors booths here at Import Alliance. Import Alliance is holding down the fort all the way at the end. We have a beautiful white Integra owned by a friend of mine, Martel's. This car is awesome. Come check out the engine real quick on it. Hi, I'm HondaPro Jason. I'm here at Import Alliance Spring Event in Atlanta with my friend Martel. Hey Martel, how are you?
What's going on?
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, you too.
The reason we're standing here, for one, is Import Alliance is amazing. Two, Martel's Integra is amazing. Check this thing out. What year is this car, Martel?
It's a 95.
A 95.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know by looking at it. This thing looks like it just came off the showroom floor.
Oh, man.
It is gold on top of gold on top of gold. Check these wheels out. These things are insane. I love these things. I've seen this car before, and it is definitely a showstopper. Martel, what was the first piece of gold you put on this car? What was the very first one?
The front piece for the bumper.
This piece up here?
Yeah.
That's nice. That's very cool.
Very first piece. Then it took off after that.
And how long have you owned the car?
13 years.
13 years. How many
13
miles?
years. About 140,000.
And just from the looks of it, I know you don't daily drive this car, right?
Oh yeah, I daily drive it.
You daily drive this car? Oh my God.
I drove it in from Nashville.
Holy cow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, what's your favorite part of the car? Like if you had to pick one piece of the vehicle that really stood out, what would be your favorites?
I would say the wheels.
The wheels, I can see why.
They're very rare. It's one of 3 sets that's known of. So
really?
yeah. The Hasami SSR Stings.
They look, what size?
16 by 7.
Let's take a look at the inside real quick. Those seats are gorgeous.
Yeah, just something I thought of. I just did it.
And those are the original seats you just recovered?
I just recovered them.
Yeah, it looks really good. It turned out really nice. This is one of many cars we'll see here at Import Alliance Spring Event in Atlanta. It's an awesome event. There's a car show, there's some autocross racing, and there's plenty of friends and lots of food. So Martel, thank you very much for showing up the car, brother.
Definitely.
You have a great day at
Appreciate
Import, okay?
I will, thank you.
Now follow me down, let's see what else we can find inside the vendor's booth. Coming around, the first people that we see here are eeffect Lifestyle Apparel. Who loves eeffect? Well, we all love eeffect. Josh, don't we all love eeffect? We all love eeffect. They are at almost every Import Alliance, showing their support for years and years, coming out with a beautiful booth. They have tons of shirts, socks, plenty of really cool stuff that you can buy here. Thank you, Josh. let's continue down and see what else cool stuff we can find. Pretty much anyone that's in the automotive industry, they go to many of the import alliances because they're fun shows. It's really a family show. It started out real small and it's just been getting bigger and bigger as the years go on. You can see some crazy track cars. I mean, you don't see this kind of stuff at any other show other than shows like Import Alliance or maybe on a track itself. And we're right next to the Graham's booth. And as many of you know, I have Graham's injectors in my car. I'm very, very happy with them. Graham's is out again, showing their support for the scene in Import Alliance. Showing off some of the Skunk 2 technology here. Kind of cool, a lot of neat little displays and stuff like that. Let's see what else. Another company that's here all the time, Do Work Son, DWS Parts. My friend Autry is here somewhere. Autry, wave, say hi with the hand that doesn't have food in it. Hi, how are you? That's good to know. And soon the world will know.
They will.
They will. Congratulations. We'll talk to you in a little bit. Let's continue on. Ooh, we almost missed this S2000. This thing is so dope. I mean, they really bring out the best of the best here in Import Alliance. Come on. There's sticker companies and there's decal companies and there's more cars, and like I said, there are some cars that aren't Hondas and there's some Highline cars that aren't Hondas. If you step right around here, you will see a very, very Highline Lamborghini. That's definitely not a Honda. S3 is here. S3 is another company, magazine company that's been around for a while, and they go to every Import Alliance. They have a product line called Still Hood, where I wear some of their products, which is really cool. If you guys have not checked out their magazine, definitely check out their magazine. Editor-in-Chief John's here somewhere. Hey, what's up, brother? How are you? Not much. How are you? Good, good. How are you? You enjoying the show? Yeah. Good, good. Editor-in-Chief here of S3 Magazine. Again, if you guys haven't checked out this magazine, definitely go online and order up a set. Thanks, brother. Right this way, guys. And since we're here, Still Hood, Still Hood, Still Hood, Still Hood. I love their stuff, it's cool. I just like the name Still Hood, you know what I mean? It just kind of has a cool little feel to it. Some other vehicles here. We have Speed Foundry, Competition Clutch is represented. So I mean, there's plenty of companies that are here. We have Grid Life here in the corner. Grid Life I've talked about before. It's a 3-day track event. And before I get too much into it, Chris, how are you?
Good, man. How's it going?
Good, 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 good. This is Chris. Chris runs Grid Life. I've talked about Grid Life on my show before. I'm going to be attending Grid Life, isn't that right?
That's right.
With Project Orange. And I'm going to try to get Project Orange on the track with me driving, which is going to be interesting. Real quick, Grid Life, how would you sum it up?
Grid Life is Forza Horizon in real life. So 3 days, it's a track-oriented event, so time attack, pro drifting, it's got a car show and a meet, all mashed together with a music festival. 3 days camping up in Michigan.
With the music festival. Unbelievable, that's
Banana
awesome.
for scale.
Thank you for that. Enjoy the show, brother, we'll talk to you. So this concludes our first vendor booth. We're off to the second vendor booth where things get a little bit more crazy. And then you find a Civic Si that's slammed all the way to the ground, red, gorgeous rims, the car's looking beautiful, and you're like, wow, how can you find a nicer car? And then you turn around, and there's another one, two-door version sitting right next to it. I mean, this is insane. I've never seen anything like an Import Alliance that has so many beautiful, beautiful cars. Come follow me. We're gonna walk right to, oh, actually, come here. Before we walk there, you guys gotta check this thing out. I was just about to walk right into the other vendor booth, but before I do, check this out. I had one just like it. It did not look anything like this. Look at that valve cover. That thing is just beautiful. And the spikes and everything, they really did a beautiful, beautiful job on this one. There's an Accord 4-door, Accord 2-door, a Civic, an Integra Type R? Yeah, an Integra Type R, come on. Look at this. All this carbon. These are things that you might see one or two of these at a regular show. Here, you're gonna see hundreds and hundreds of them. Integra Type R, 4-door. Yeah, 4-door, you wanna know why? Because it's right-hand drive. Come check this thing out.
Jason.
How are you?
Yeah, so bud.
Good to see you, man, good to see you. This car, I've seen it at other shows. Wisconsin, that's where it was. This car is insane. You drove this here?
Yeah.
That's right, we met. You were part of the Florida crew for the ITR Expo. Good to see you again, my friend. You mind if I open the door? Is it unlocked?
Yeah.
Would you? Come check this out. Come around the side. It's rare you ever see a right-hand drive, and then to see a right-hand drive Integra Type R set up like this. It's so cool. Here, come check out the hood. Come on. Moving power. And this is here, look. So you guys say this isn't legit. This is legit. Let's take a look and see what else we can find. Thank you. I mean, it's just car after car after car, and all just gorgeous. And there's stuff like, what? When you don't see fins like this anywhere. This is super cool. Super cool. Man, so nice. Spin around real quick. I saw this Del Sol yesterday, and I was so impressed with the setup. Again, another right-hand drive. What's cool about this is in Japan, the Del Sol had a power, it was a power activator that took the roof off. So in the American versions, you have to remove the roof and put it in the trunk and put it in a little tray. This actually has a mechanism that does it for you. So the roof goes inside and the trunk slides right down on top of it. Another Florida car. Check this out, come here. Right-hand drive. It's got all the toys. If you look inside, the guy switched his start. He put a start button in there where part of the air conditioning and heater controls used to be. And you come around to the front. And as most of you really know, this is not the power plant that came with this car. And then the guy adds a Jackson Racing supercharger on top of it. Just a beautiful build. Another right-hand drive car. And just scan down here. I mean, these cars are, I mean, beautiful. And the paint, the engine bays. Again, it's just beautiful build after beautiful build. How nice is this thing? Awesome, awesome, awesome. There aren't a lot of classic cars here, but the ones that show up are just done beautifully. And let me remind you guys, it's impossible for me to show you everything at the show. This is one small section we're in now, and I would say there are at least 10 to 12 sections just like this. So if you can imagine these cars times 10 to 12, it's mind-blowing. If you haven't made it out, you must make it out to an Import Alliance event. There's 4 a year. Again, it's just car after car. Everybody is so kind, everybody is so nice. So one of the many things I love about Import Alliance are all the friends that I've made. And a lot of these people you see year after year, because there's 4 events. So when you go to the events, you're bound to pop into people that you've seen before. And here are a couple friends that I've seen before. And they're a beautiful, beautiful car that I'm gonna ask them a couple questions about, because it seems like their car seems to be changing every year. They add a little bit, they change a little bit, they really make it theirs. So tell me a little bit about your car. What year is it? What trim level was it when you started?
My car is an Acura RSX 2004. It was actually almost completely stock when I bought the car.
It's hard to believe looking at it right now. How long have you owned it?
I've owned the car for 3 years now, so I love it.
And what was the first thing you did? What was the first modification you did to the car? Do you remember?
I do. I actually did a body kit, so to speak.
Okay.
And I actually kept it kind of in the Honda family and OEM family. I did the Type R lip, the Type S side skirts, and the Type R wing.
Very nice. And for all the modifications, which you've done plenty, what's your favorite?
Oh man.
The hard questions come out now.
Honestly, probably now my bay. I've been very pleased with it.
Let's take a look at this bay that she's so pleased with. The valve cover, what color is that?
It's kind of our own design.
It's amazing. It's
a base white. It's got pink, green, purple, red.
It is, yep, a base white with tons of flake. It's gorgeous all the way around.
Thank you.
Well, thank you guys, and as always, it's great to see you.
Of course.
We'll keep in touch for sure.
I do.
Seems to be a little bit louder and a little bit crazier, starting with the Civic Si, which is going to be very loud and very crazy. Check out, let's go this way around there. EatSleepRace is here. They brought all their banners, brought all their shirts, all their keychains, all their EatSleepRace swag is brought out. They're actually I saw this yesterday, they're handcrafting shift knobs. Not just you want to buy a shift knob, sure you can buy a shift knob, but why not have a shift knob handcrafted for you while you're at the show? How awesome would that be? Sir Shift is handcrafting shift knob. I've never seen that before. That's really cool. I want to check one out really quick while we're here. May I? Look at these things. Made out of wood, of course, they screw right on, but you can get any color, any design. Actually, it looks like there's a little H on that one for Honda. Thank you. Really, really cool stuff. We're gonna take a walk down all the way to the end. We're gonna see what trouble we can get into, and then we're gonna show you some more very cool looking cars. So like I said, things can get really crazy over here. They just started up this little go-kart, which is probably one of the loudest cars in this whole event. It was insane. I'm trying to do a whole bit here. So things can happen here at any time. Cars are always starting up. People are bopping, revving up, banging off the rev limiter. So things get really crazy. You guys seen this thing yet? Talk about crazy. This Civic hatch, I've seen it at other shows. Again, another right-hand drive. It seems like here at Import Alliance, right-hand drive cars, they literally grow off trees. This is beautiful. How often do you get to sit in a right-hand drive original Civic Type R? I mean, this thing is so cool. Civic Type R, floor mats. I mean, this is awesome. I have yet to drive a right-hand drive car, which is going to change very soon once I get to Europe. But man, to drive something like this would be pretty outstanding. Tru Hart is represented. They brought all of their suspension parts out, which is super cool to see these guys here. Come around the side here. D2's got all their stuff here. That suspension, the helmets, they got some brakes. And if you spin around slowly, my friend Frankie from DownStar is also here with his both boys. How are you, my friend? How are you?
Man, how are you?
Good, 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 good. This guy's new line of shift knobs. Every single color you can imagine. These things are awesome. These things are just one of my favorite pieces you've ever done. Honestly, this is one of my favorite pieces. I really, really like it. And you can pick up stickers and bolt kits for your car. I actually have something just like this on my car, which is cool. And you make pretty much, I mean, replacements for almost everything.
Definitely.
I mean, the whole bay, and now you're into lug nuts and everything like that too.
Inside and out, man.
like
DownStar, get it all.
Hey, great to see you, brother. Great to see you. And DownStar brought this car out. Now, I saw this car yesterday, and I'm gonna get some more film on this thing, because I love this build. This started as a CRX HF, which was high fuel at the time. This definitely is not a high fuel car anymore. And in fact, it's great because yesterday I saw the owner, and the owner just happened to be walking up right now. So let me say hey real quick.
Morning, sir.
How are you, my friend?
Good, how are you?
Good. I was just talking up about your car, then you just walk right up. must be something, right?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit. I talked real briefly. It started as an HF. HF was high fuel, if I remember correctly. What year is the car?
The 88.
88. And how long have you owned it?
Coming up on 9 years, July.
And did the car look like this when you bought it?
I saved this car at a salvage yard.
How did it sell? And then you turned it into this?
$200 for it, with no motor.
$200 for the show car that's now being displayed as one of the top cars at Import Alliance. Unbelievable. Who did the engine work and the motor work?
The motor I built myself.
Okay.
The engine bay work,
Yes.
all the metal work was done by Chris Pagan at ODB Welding Works.
ODB, okay.
The body work was done by a good friend Gary.
They both, I mean, everyone did an awesome job on this car. Now, what are your plans? Are you planning on tracking the car, quarter miling the car, just dailying it? I mean, what are you thinking?
I built the car to enjoy it. So if I drive it to work, I'm happy. If I take it to the track, I've been down the track plenty of times,
Right.
and I never had the chance to take it out and do some autocross or anything like that. So I mean, with this tire and wheel setup, I plan to do a lot of it.
That would be a lot of fun. I'd love to see this car on the track someday, and maybe even get a ride.
Absolutely,
That
I'd be
sounds
happy
good.
to give you a ride.
Thanks, brother. It was great to see you. And again, beautiful build.
Thank you.
Beautiful builds. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Sometimes you get carried away. I'm here at Import Alliance, and the music's hidden. And they got t-shirts, t-shirts. I hear the music, and I'm just like, woo! Come on, guys. Let's see what else we got. Sunglasses. Wait. Are these? They are Johnny Fly's here. If you guys remember, I bought some Johnny Fly sunglasses. Man, it had to be back a year ago. And I wear these sunglasses everywhere, and they are by far my favorite set of sunglasses. One of the reasons why is they're awesome. The other reason why is I haven't lost them yet. And I have known to lose many sunglasses. What's going on, brother? How are you?
Man, good.
Good to see you again. I met you in Kentucky.
Yep.
Bought a set of your sunglasses. They were amazing. I wear them everywhere. I don't know what else to say. Every time I wear them, people always look at me like, "Where'd you get those? Why are they wood?" And you showed me how they bend. The spring hinge. It was awesome. So I want to stop by. We're doing a little
That's
video
awesome.
for Import Alliance. I want to stop by and make sure I said hey.
Please do. Yep.
So thank you, man.
A lot's changed. Lots of
It has.
Yeah, we've gone to an all acetate front frame instead of like an injection molded plastic. We use
Okay.
acetate, so it's a little bit more sturdy. That's actually one of the a little more sturdy and a little bit different. So you can kind of feel the front. They actually can't break the acetate because it's molded out of one block. You heat it and it'll bend, but they don't generally break like a plastic will when it gets brittle.
So you're telling me that I need another set of sunglasses?
I'm telling you,
a new
some
set.
new fresh stuff. Yeah. You have the retro fly probably with the bump.
I have the one with the bump, the orange.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of new fresh stuff, so it's been pretty awesome. So
What do you guys think? I might have to pick up a pair. Cool.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Thank you, sir, very much. Donkey Power Injection. I see these guys at every show. They are super, super cool. They come out with this awesome display. They always bring out some crazy cars, which is this S2000 here. Just great group of guys, great injectors, and always, always cool to see. There are some cars that you just stop and you're like, wow. MPC brought out this bad boy. This thing is insane. Look at this engine bay. I mean, the color, it's just awesome. That massive, massive turbo. The wheels, the stance, everything about this car I really, really like. I hope you've all enjoyed my coverage of the 2015 Import Alliance Spring event. Thank you to all the staff at Import Alliance, all the people that came out to say hi, everyone that brought cars. It was an unbelievably awesome event. I look forward to the next one. And that's all for now. As always, I'm the Honda Pro, and now you're in the know.